Hello, Uptown, and welcome. I'm Richard Cole, and this is Amari Purple Talk. And today I'm going to talk about the changes that are in store for season 4. All right, so if you're new to this program, or if you've been around since season 1, way back in 2018, thank you very much for the support. It has been a very fascinating journey these last 3 seasons. Got to meet a lot of very interesting people, got to work with a lot of great people over the years. This has opened up a lot of doors. But since putting this together, I had never done a podcast before. So this was a giant step. And, I'm glad I took this step. So, hey, I'm excited for what I have planned for this next season, and I hope you will enjoy it as well. A lot of things I had been thinking about as far back as season 1. I never intended to do this show by myself. But given the kind of time restraints that I used to be under, it made it impossible as far as appearing on other programs. I had to go kind of out of my way to make the time to do it. And again, I'm very glad, I made that time and became accessible to the individuals that invited me. So eternally grateful and thank you for those appearances. But I had wanted to do sort of a co-host format in the beginning. But again, that doesn't take away from the quality and the joy that I've put into every episode of the program. So here are the changes that will be coming up for season 4. So basically, Amari Purple Talk is going to expand. There's going to be the main show, which is kind of similar in format to seasons 1, 2, and 3. Maybe a little bit more streamlined, and maybe some of the elements from the first season and a half of the show. So with the main show, I'm going to do my best to maintain a co-host format. You've seen evidence of that during season 3 with the appearance of Alex B, as well as Rain Baker making an appearance. Those 2 gentlemen will be returning for season 4, and we'll also have some other co-hosts. And I want to try to keep it on a rotating basis, so a lot of names you will hear come up repeatedly throughout the episodes. And if nobody can make it a particular week, then it'll go back to just being me. But I want to kind of keep it as a co-host format. I have a lot more fun doing the show that way, and I hope you will as well. As far as the format of the show, like I said, it's going back to kind of how it used to be in season 1 and maybe part of season 2, where you have a main topic, and then there'll be other topics, maybe not the same as before, like the Bite the Boot segment, but I am keeping the flashback portion of the show. We're bringing that back. So again, there'll be main topics, and then an item called Purple Pieces, which, whatever's going on that week, won't be all Prince news, but it will be Prince related. So if an associated act has an album out that week, or they're performing, or some big event or an announcement regarding that artist, then we'll discuss that. There'll be a flashback portion for the show, and bringing back the sort of purple spotlight for the show. So those are the items for the main show of Amari Purple Talk. And that show will debut on Patreon first. So become a member of Patreon, get early access to that episode as well as bonus content. And there'll be more on that in just a moment. But Patreon first, and then wide stream distribution. We've had some problems losing some formats. Apple Podcast have made some changes in which there are episodes that did not make it onto that platform. Same with Spotify as well as Amazon Music. So I've heard everyone out there, so I'm working very hard to making sure that Amari Purple Talk gets back onto those platforms, so you will have access to it. So you won't have to just rely on YouTube or any other alternative method for obtaining, the program. So stay tuned. So that's the main show. So Patreon first, and then wider release of those episodes, maybe like a week later, a few days later, depends. The other expansion for Amari Purple Talk will be the YouTube segments. And these are segments that will just be exclusive to YouTube. So the only way is you'll have to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And you've already seen that with the CD versus vinyl segments. Thank you very much for your support for those. I enjoy the feedback on those a lot and look forward to maybe hearing some of your suggestions for that. But definitely CD versus vinyl, those segments will continue. Another YouTube exclusive for Amari Purple Talk will be unboxing videos. So whenever there's a brand new Super Deluxe edition or compilation or reissue of a Prince release or any of the associated artists, then I will do an unboxing video for that. So be on the lookout for that exclusively on YouTube. Another exclusive will be review episodes on major releases and events. So say the Netflix documentary, when that drops, then I will do a review episode of the Netflix documentary. And finally, reaction videos. So again, using the Netflix documentary as an example, once a trailer drops for that, and hopefully I would have mastered the technology by then, I will do reaction videos for that and other things as they come up. So these are all YouTube exclusives. Finally, Patreon exclusives. So if you become a supporter of Patreon, you will have early access to actual episodes of Amari Purple Talk, in addition to content that will be exclusive to Patreon. Among those exclusives will be supporter suggested content. So if you join, especially on the higher tiers as well, you will be able to, submit a topic or a suggestion, and I will do a special video or a special Amari Purple Talk episode devoted to your questions and topics. Also, commentary video. This will be for, say, news that drops. It may be covered in an actual main topic episode of Amari Purple Talk. But to prevent those episodes from being 2-3 hours long or whatever, we will touch on that subject for the episode. But if you become a Patreon supporter, there will be certain topics to which I will go either more in depth or provide more information, whatever the situation calls for. But you would only be able to view it on Patreon. So it'd be just mostly my personal commentary. If I can get the co-host to extend some of their time, maybe it might be more of an in-depth discussion that we wouldn't be able to fit into the actual episode. Again, just depends on what the topic will be for that time. So to recap, Amari Purple Talk Season 4 will debut on Patreon first, and then in wider release later. The YouTube exclusives, CD versus vinyl, unboxing videos, review episodes, reaction videos. Those will be coming during season 4 as well, but only on YouTube. And then finally, Patreon exclusives, supporter suggested content, commentary videos, or expanded topic videos. So be on the lookout for those as well. So all of this information will be in the show notes and the appropriate links. So if you want to become a Patreon supporter, please do so and get in on all the exclusive content as well as some free merchandise as well. Then YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That'll help drive those numbers, and by all means, share the content. Also, that means a lot to me as well. And for Amari Purple Talk, wherever your favorite podcast platform, by all means, download, share that content as well. Tell all your friends. And then I'm excited for this season, probably more so than when I first started. So I'm anxious to see how this is going to play out for this season, and anxious for some really great people to join me this season. Hopefully some surprises. But other than that, till then, I'll see you on the first episode, which is going to hopefully tape this week. So until then, create your day and create your life. Peace.